Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today, Wednesday, May the 23rd of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's dive into the cards to see what we have in store for today. Well, earlier this morning, we actually experienced something rather rare, and the astrology is a mystic rectangle. And to me, the mystic rectangle kind of looks like this envelope. It essentially consists of oppositions. It consists of two oppositions, trines, and sextiles between four planets. And it's a very interesting alignment because, as I said, it kind of looks like this envelope. And I like to think of it as us receiving this divine message, this divine letter from the universe. So we actually all experienced that earlier. Like I said, if you happen to catch my weekly astrology video, I talked a little bit more about that. But this is really going to be overall a week of really believing in ourselves and actually having the willpower to move forward and to make the changes that we need to make to really manifest the life that we really want, to manifest the life that truly resonates with our vibration. So in the terms of that weekly astrology reading, I did say that today was the theme of You've Got Mail, and it's from the universe. And it's interesting looking at this Adept report for the cards that I drew, is that essentially what's happening is that you are evolving. And I know that sounds kind of basic, but that's really what's happening. So for the overall theme of this is that we actually have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is the universe really letting us know that you definitely have multiple different avenues and opportunities to take. This is like, it's almost like you get to kind of like pick. This is like, I'm going to just go ahead and just throw some Pokemon references in here, right? It's like at the beginning when you're picking your starter. You know, you can pick between, and I'm going to go old school to Kanto. You can pick either Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. Squirrel Squad in the house. But, even though Bulbasaur is the master race. But anyways, it's like you can pick whatever, you know, path you want. Or you can pick whatever Pokemon you want. But this time you actually have more than 3 to pick from. So it's like maybe you also get to pick Eevee or Clefairy or even Dratini if you really want to go that route. You know, so it's like we have multiple different things that we can pick out. It's like we're kind of being placed in this grocery store, and it's like we have different portals or different avenues and stuff that we can take, and now we're really trying to figure out which one that we can take. Now, I'm not going to say that there's a right one or a wrong one. Really, this is about you feeling what's right within you and your vibration, which is why Venus, as far as this reading and as far as this week, is super important, because that's the way that you're going to know what direction to take. It's kind of based off of how Venus is making you feel. But we're going to be really given a lot of opportunities and a lot of different things, a lot of different paths we can take. And honestly, I don't think any one path is necessarily better or worse than the other one. It's really your perception and what you make of it. The inception of the story, we actually have the Page of Pentacles, and I'm going to go ahead and hold this up with the exposition because we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, traditionally with 2 court cards here, this definitely could be you dealing with a Taurus or Virgo or a Capricorn. But honestly, what I see this as is that you are the Page of Pentacles and you're evolving into the Knight of Pentacles today. That's what I really see this as. This is really, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take it back to a Pokemon reference. This is like, what? I'm evolving. Dun 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 dun. Like, that's really what's happening here. You're evolving from, you know, the Page of Pentacles is someone who's really, as far as compared to the other pages, he's not as rash. He doesn't necessarily just rush right into things. He's a little bit more calculated. He focuses more on that manifestation. He's more focused on kind of that long term. So we're going to take that energy and it's going to evolve today into the Knight of Pentacles, which is really the inciting action. It's like you are in this one spot and then you evolve to the next level. And now you are the Knight of Pentacles. Now it's like you're evolving from Bulbasaur to Ivysaur. Or maybe even you're, yeah, let's just go ahead and say Ivysaur. You're evolving from Bulbasaur to Ivysaur. So now you have new moves. You're a little bit bigger. You're a little bit more experienced. So now it's like you're looking through the world through that lens. And now this is really you trying to figure out what to do next. With the rising action, we actually have the Judgment card. So you are definitely going to be receiving some type of enlightenment today. And like I said, this definitely has to do with this mystic rectangle that we received. And the mystic rectangle is occurring, oh my gosh, I wrote it down. I should just consult my notes. I should have remembered it, but I don't remember it off the top of my head of what it was actually occurring between. But just so I can let you guys know. It's okay. Yes, we have the opposition of the Moon in Virgo to Neptune in Pisces, and the opposition of Mercury in Taurus to Jupiter in Scorpio. And we also have the Moon, which is going to sextile Jupiter at the same time that the Mercury is going to sextile Neptune. At the same time, there's the Mars is trining the Sun. So it's like definitely, it's like there's going to be some type of enlightenment. And you're going to be kind of sort of keyed in on depending upon what actions you take, depends on the kind of outcome that you will receive. And it's not like you're going to know exactly what the outcome is. It's just going to be the universe is going to just kind of let you know. It's like this is kind of like based off of, you know, based off of what actions you take, and even based off of just how you feel about it, based off of, you know, your vibration. You're either going to go this way or that way. I almost like to see this as, you know, once you evolve to the Knight of Pentacles, you wanting to take on like a gym leader, and you trying to figure out what gym leader to take on. And it's almost like depending upon what gym leader you actually take on first, kind of determines your route when you are the Knight of Pentacles. It kind of determines the vibration of this next stage that you're in. If you decide to go after a rock gym leader, or you decide to go after a water gym leader, if you decide to have a real challenge to go after the fire gym leader, it really kind of depends, and that's really going to kind of determine that path that you are going to take. Although you're not necessarily going to make that decision just yet, that comes later. Today it's just receiving the message, like I said. For the climax of the card, we actually have the World card, which is amazing because this is about the beautiful culmination of events and things coming together in harmony. The way I see this as coming at the climax of this is that definitely you are being told that the world is your oyster and you are the pearl. So it's like you can have anything in the world that you really want, and this confidence that you get upon evolving from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles is really going to allow you to feel that more. Not only that, but with the Judgment card, it's also kind of this support from the universe where it's like, you know, the trumpets are going, dun, 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 like, welcome, you have evolved to the next level and you really can take on the world. You really can do it. I think this is great that we have this evolution from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, because it's really going to give you the confidence to really believe in yourself and believe that you really can take on the world, that you really can see the world as a beautiful playground of manifestation, because that's really what it is. For the following action, we actually have the Strength card. So this is you're going to need to be reminded of your strength, because a lot of times what happens is that when we evolve from one level to the next, it's like we do get like this initial confidence boost, and we do get more powerful, we get more moves, we have more HP, but at the same time, as we evolve, the obstacles that we go up against evolve. That's the only way we're going to make it to the next level. That's the only way that Ivysaur is going to evolve into Venusaur. So it's like we have to remember to still have the strength to make it through any obstacles that may come up. So today, after you evolve, you're going to almost sort of get like this initial challenge to your power, because now it's like, oh, you evolved, well, now we can evolve some of the challenges that you're going through. So we have to really dig deep today and really find our inner strength and find our willpower to still move through things. That yes, yes, we're being guided through the universe to really go for more, to become more, but but this is really going to require some courage to really continue to move forward. It's like we evolve, but it's like, are you going to keep battling? Are you going to go for a Venusaur, or are you going to be okay with just being an Ivysaur? And and like I said, either way, it isn't necessarily bad. Remember, Pikachu never evolved, although Pikachu probably should have evolved. But Pikachu never evolved, right? But Pikachu has a different special quality to it. So this is when you want to really kind of listen to you want to listen to the word Venus in Cancers, because that's going to let you know where your vibration is. Even though this is the card of Leo, that's where the North Node is. So definitely you want to have the courage to go after what you want, to listen to your heart, and to really go for your destiny, absolutely. But definitely you still want to check your emotions and feel like, does this feel right? Am I moving in the right direction? How does this do for my vibration? Does it give me some sense of security? And some sense of comfort too. But at the same time, you want to go for it. You want to move forward. You have evolved. You're at the next level. So just remember that when you come up against these obstacles, when you're in this next stage, that, you know, they are going to be perceivably heightened issues. They're going to be perceivably at a higher level, but you're at a higher level too. So everything kind of balances out. This isn't just inflation where like the price, like the buying power of the dollar just decreases. No, you actually evolve at the same time. So it's going to be balanced. And you have to remember that. For the resolution, we actually have the Five of Pentacles, which kind of puts this damper on the positive vibration and energy of this reading, because you evolve, you're being told that the world is your oyster, remember your strength, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. And I feel like I can't really explain the resolution of this reading without really telling you that the writer of the story is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is speaking of where you feel bound, where you feel trapped, right? And this is really having to do that you feel trapped within a poverty consciousness. You are trapped within this lack consciousness, this scarcity consciousness. It shows, usually what happens here is that it shows someone or people on the outside of like this church in the cold, and you know, they're dilapidated, you know, they don't really have money, and they're wanting some type of security, they're wanting some type of help and assistance. So in the terms of this resolution with the Five of Pentacles, as it relates to the Eight of Swords, this is really what we need to be reminded of, is that strength, the strength to move through. And I think what's going to happen today is that you're going to kind of get this challenge in regards to your self-worth and your self-value, because perhaps what's going to happen is that you evolve to this next level and you come up against this obstacle, and here's the thing, you might lose. You might actually go for a particular gym leader and you might lose the first round, but that doesn't mean that you give up. And I think that if you happen to lose this mini challenge that's going to come at you today, if you happen to lose it, don't give up, because the Five of Pentacles here, it shows this lady here who's like sulking, but there's a beautiful butterfly here, and the butterfly is a symbol of transformation. So it's like you can transform your vibration, you can transform this state so you can actually really move forward. And that's really what this is about. This is about this transformation. You're evolving, remember, from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, which means that you have new abilities, a new arsenal of moves, new strength, deeper strength. So remember today that really you are the one that kind of holds yourself back. The Eight of Swords talks about the mind mostly, and it talks about where we feel bound. So it's like you can feel bound based off of what you tell yourself. You can feel bound based off of reoccurring negative thought patterns that don't serve you. You can feel bound by this this idea that you can't succeed and that you aren't worthy. You want to flip that around, and you want to establish some more positive affirmations. And of course, back these positive affirmations up with purposeful action, because affirmations are very important and they are powerful, but they're only as powerful if they are backed up by purposeful action. You have to kind of meet the universe halfway. So just remember that you are worthy, you are abundant, you are evolving, and be compassionate on yourself. Be easy on yourself, because yes, the obstacles, they're leveling up too, but so are you. So you're going to have some victories and you're going to have some losses. But just because you lose doesn't mean that you give up, right? Ash lost. He's lost gym battles, and he's lost, well, he hasn't even won a freaking league yet. But he keeps going. He keeps moving on to the next region. He keeps going to the next adventure. And that's really what you want to do, is that, like, if you feel some type of defeat today, know that it's not really a defeat. In fact, it's actually making you stronger, because regardless of the fact, you're still gaining experience points, no matter what you're going through. You're still gaining experience points. You might not gain as much experience points. Like if you win, you might gain like 500 experience points. And if you lose, you gain 250. But the thing is that you're not going backward. You're still going forward no matter what happens. Remember that today, and I promise you, you will be A-okay. That is it for your reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.